Hello everyone, welcome to the IchimokuCharts.com daily analysis for the Euro US dollar FX for Wednesday, March the 21st, 2012. Well, a continuation of the trend to the upside today. Previously we had the market trending up, making a series of higher highs and higher lows. The previous day's trading we had a lower high and a lower low, did set the market up for a potential change of trend, but we had very strong support at the 131.96 level. Today we've seen the market re-establish a trend to the upside with a higher high and a higher low, but it's done it on a spinning top type candle. Another black bodied candle, but only a small black body, so the sellers have only made a small amount of net bearish progress. The spinning top type candle is a candle of indecision, so it raises doubt about continuation of the trend to the upside, and the market found resistance at the Kijun-sen at 132.70, so that will be an important level for the market for tomorrow's trading. 131.96 obviously is a very important level in the short term. We can see here where it acted as previous resistance, and now for the previous two trading days we've seen the sellers lose commitment down at around that area, so it's a very strong level of support. In terms of Ichimoku, the market's trading above the cloud, and that tells us that the market is bullish in the longer term time frame, but trading just below the Kijun-sen or very close to it, so the market's technically bearish but rather neutral in the medium term, and bullish in the short term time frame by trading above the Kijun-sen. So we have some mixed signals in this market, a mixture of bullishness and bearishness and neutrality throughout the time frames. An indecisive candle. There is potential for the market to continue trending up, but certainly also down. We need to watch the support level at 131.96 and resistance up around 133.20. Next, moving to the Aussie dollar US dollar, and here we see a continuation of the trend to the downside. Previous day's trading we had a candle with a lower high and a lower low, very large black body candle, quite an extreme candle, and as I've mentioned quite often, when we have these extreme days the market wants to rest fairly soon, and that's exactly what we've seen today. We haven't seen the follow through from the sellers for today's trading, but that trend has remained down. The buyers haven't had the momentum to trade anywhere up near the high or near this resistance level at 106, but we have had a spinning top type candle, so even though we have a black body with the sellers making net bearish progress, and albeit only a very small amount, they have closed the market with control, but only very weak control. This indecisive candle means that we could see a change of trend. There is potential for that change of trend to the upside. We do have strong support down below at the 104.50 level. I highlighted that previously. We tested that on two previous occasions and the previous day's trading, and today we've tested down below there and failed to close below there. With the way the market's trading at the moment and developing over the next 24-hour period, the market has tested down below that area again, so that is an important area of support. In terms of Ichimoku, the market's neutral in the big picture terms by trading within the cloud, but bearish in the medium term and fast term timeframes by trading below the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen. The Kijun-sen was pointing flat, and there seems to be a bit of downside momentum to that Kijun-sen at the moment, but it's almost flat. There is still potential for price action to be attracted back towards the equilibrium as determined by that Kijun-sen in the medium term time frame. So here we have a market, and also by the way today we have established another lower peak by just taking out the previous another lower trough by just taking out that previous trough. We now have a very strong trend to the downside, but we've only taken that out in a minor way, but that will be an important level if we do trade down below the 104.50 level. But certainly bearish in these in the medium term and fast term time frames, but the indecisiveness does set the market up for a potential change of trend to the upside. But if we do have that change of trend, the appreciation could be limited by the resistance offered at the Tenkan-sen, which is around 105.28 at the moment, and then certainly up around the 106 level. Next, moving to the British pound US dollar, and here we see an indecisive spinning top type candle, quite a volatile trading day today. Previous day's trading we did have the market set up for a potential change of trend with this harami pattern. We did see the market take out the low of that candle, but the market also took out the high, so a lot of indecision because it's an outside day in bar chart terms. It does raise doubt about continuation of the trend to the upside, or establishment of the trend to the downside, because the buyers were strong enough to take out the previous high, but the sellers were also strong enough to take out the previous low. Another factor that does raise doubt, however, is that the market with this candle formed shadows on either end when the sellers were trading down below the 158.51 level, and the buyers had traded up to the 159.28 level. Those shadows represent the buyers losing commitment in this case and the sellers losing commitment in this case. So that does raise a question about this market in terms of direction in the short-term time frame because of this indecision in the market. In terms of Ichimoku, the market is bullish in all three time frames by trading above the cloud in the long term, above the Kijun-sen, the pink line, in the medium term, and above the Tenkan-sen in the fast term time frame. The Kijun-sen remains flat, and price action was attracted back towards there again today. So the previous 3 days trading, we saw the market attracted back towards there. So that could happen again for tomorrow's trading. But certainly 158.51 is a very important level. We've tested below there 2 days in a row, and we've seen the sellers lose commitment. By the same token, 159.28 is an important level if we are going to see the market trade higher. If we can trade above there, then we could see the market quickly trading to 160. But overall bullish in all time frames, but the short-term dynamics are not supporting the bulls nor the bears. We need to wait for a resolution above or below these areas of resistance or support. Next, moving to the US dollar Japanese yen, and here we see a continuation of the trend to the upside. We have a candle that's taken out the previous low but also taken out the previous high, so in bar chart terms, an outside day. It does raise some doubt about continuation of the trend to the upside, but technically the previous trend remains in force because we haven't had the market making a lower high and a lower low. A black body candle today, so we can see that quite a lot of the bullishness that we saw in the market, the bullish momentum, has started to wane, and we have this double top type pattern potentially forming, where we have the two highs around the same area, the two peaks, the trough in between, and if we have a bearish breakout down below that trough, then we could see the market trading down to around this area, around 82.20 or so, around the top of this zone of previous resistance, which could hold as support. Black body candle tells us that the sellers made net bearish progress, and the sellers have closed with control of this market, and they've shown strong commitment. The buyers lost commitment up around this 84 level, and I highlighted 84 as a very important level for this market. To the downside, however, the sellers lost some commitment at 83.26, so that's a very important level for the market going forward tomorrow. And we can see already from the trading that's developing that there has already been rejection from that area. In terms of Ichimoku, the market's bullish in all three time frames. We're trading above the cloud, the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, and the Chikou span is confirming that bullishness. Initially, we should be looking to the Tenkan-sen to hold as very strong support. That's trading at 83 at the moment, and we can see here how it held as support on a few occasions, and it's most likely that that area will act as very strong support. If we see the market bounce off there in a bullish manner, we could see the market trade back up to the 84 level fairly quickly, so be aware of that. But we have a market that's bullish in all three time frames, but some bearish momentum in the very short term coming into the market. But we have some decent solid support down below.